Hello, everyone. Welcome to the monthly MAGFest Fireside Chat. This month's edition is either a fireside chat or some kind of satanic ritual, I suppose. Take your pick. My name is Nick Marinelli. I am the acting executive director for MAGFest, and the Fireside Chats are a monthly cast where I basically just run over the biggest headlines that's going on in MAGFest operations, just to make sure everyone knows what's going on. And also, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them up here using this URL. You can try to ask them in stream chat, but odds are, since I'm staring at this camera the entire time, I'm likely to not see them. But I do go through all the questions at the end. And also at the end, once I'm done the cast, I do a Google Meet, which is a hangout that everyone can join in and we can all talk together. Also, if you ever want to talk with me one-on-one, this guy right down here, Calendly, it's synced with my calendar. For the most part, there's mistakes here and there if I forget to record something, but you can see when I'm free and book a time to meet with me. So yeah, this is the Fireside where we go over MAGFest operations. So let's go over the big topics for this month. First and foremost, I want to make sure everyone knows that Game Over Richmond is coming up this Saturday. It's Thursday now, so that's just in 2 days. The Game Over touring concert series is MAGFest's way of helping support the local video game music and chip communities all over the country and the world. In this case, the Richmond crew wanted to put together a show, and they put together one last year, and it was great. And so we're looking forward to the sequel. They got a great lineup. They even have a rival coming out all the way from California. What else they got there? They got Anova, D&D Sluggers, DJ 8-Bit Mullet, DJ Supersonic, everyone's favorite, Fingers, Gothsicles, and Gunblade X. Tickets are, if you just go to magfest.org, there is a link down at the bottom of magfest.org that says Game Over. Just click that; it'll take you to the ticketing page. But it'll be a fun time. You all should check it out. Let me see. I think he's either in Washington. A rival. I forget if he's in California, Washington State. Let me just make sure that. By the way, if everyone in the YouTube chat can see me, make sure to say hi there as well. I never know what the hell I'm doing during these things because I'm not a streamer, because I have zero charisma whatsoever. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going here. So, Game Over Richmond this Saturday. Make sure to check it out. Next bit of big news. The Super MAGFest hotel rooms are finally launching next week. Hallelujah! It's finally happening. After 1 million people tripping over themselves to get their tickets early, we decided we cannot hobble along for another year with the free-for-all hotel reservation system that we traditionally do. So there's this company called Experian, and literally what they do is just handle hotel reservations for people. So next week we're going, with their help, we are launching this site that aggregates all of the hotel rooms in one place, shows you real-time availability for all of the hotel rooms. You book through there. They gather all the information, and then in late December, they ship that information off to the hotels, at which point your deposit will actually be charged. You'll get your actual hotel confirmation number, and you'll be set. That's not to say that you're not guaranteed to get your room if you make it through Experian. It's one-to-one correlation. It's not going to get dropped. They just act as a middleman and just make it more convenient for everybody. The great thing about the service is that they are able to enforce the 1 room per person rule that we're doing for our early bird registrants that registered in the first week or so of when MAGFest registration opened. Those people will get a link and a login to book their room. And turn down the. Is my volume way too loud? All right, sorry. I'll try to not be so loud. They'll get a link to link a password to book their room. They get to choose any room they want. Well, any room that's not yet sold out, of course. And they book it, and that's it. Now, of course, we had like 9,000 people pre-register, 9,000 people that are eligible for the rooms. So not everyone's going to get a room at the Gaylord. Like, that's just reality you have to live with. But, if you have 4 people a room, roughly like 1/4 of the people that registered are going to get a room. And we got something like 1,500 available rooms in the Gaylord. And then we have, another 500 some rooms available in National Harbor. And then we have another couple hundred rooms available all outside National Harbor in Alexandria and Oxon Hill. And it's a super short drive or lift or cab away, like 10 minutes or less. So there is no chance of us selling out of hotels. It's physically not possible because there are hotels all over the place, whether or not they have a MAGFest discounted rate. So there's always room for people at Super MAGFest. So, like I said, the original 9,000 people will get their link, and they're allowed to book 1 room. If they try to book another room, it'll tell them you can't book another room, so don't try it. That'll be in the early half of next week, and then in the later half of next week, we'll lift all password restrictions, and at that point, anybody pre-registered or not can book 1 or more hotel rooms. So again, the people who are going to get the link and password are the early bird registrants. All staff, all MAGFest staff will get the link if they choose to book a room on their own, and also all vendor applicants, accepted or not, because we have not yet sent out vendor acceptance letters yet. You can still book the room and cancel it. One of the oddities with this new hotel system is that we can't immediately charge the deposit, so it wouldn't be charged until late December anyway. So you should be good. Another cool feature about this system is that, like Ticketmaster, it actually holds the room in your cart while you're checking out. So you can't get as far as the pay button, hit pay, and then it suddenly say that you don't have the room anymore. Once you click you want that room, you got that room for like 5 minutes until you time out, and it boots you out of the system. So yay for that. I think that about covers it for hotel stuff, but just super quick wrap up. It'll launch next week. Early birds will go out in the first half of the week. General opening for everybody, second half of the week. Good, great, awesome. Good, great, grand, wonderful. No yelling on the bus. Next up, there's guest hotel rooms, and then there's meeting space, function space, meeting hotel rooms. The div heads met a week or so ago after collecting all of the room allocation requests, the meeting space, the layout requests from all of their departments. Got together, played multiplayer Tetris, saw the best way they could arrange for everything, and every div head should have reached out to every department by now to let them know what their room layouts are. If you have not yet heard from your div head, just give them a poke, and they'll be glad to let you know. We're pretty sure most things are pretty set, but we want to make sure that we've got a tentative okay from all departments before we release the full doc to the staff as a whole. So that will be. I can't imagine that taking too long, but it's got to come out relatively soon because the hotel crew. So the div heads are reaching out to find out where your room is located. The allocations, we'll call that. The hotel team, Colette and Satchel and them all, they'll be reaching out to find out your setup needs. So the chairs you need, the tables you need, the risers, water buckets or water dispensers, trash cans, the like. You will talk to them for that. And in fact, the hotel needs is being added as an item on the department head checklist, which is going out, I believe, if not late this week, early next week. There is a note on there saying that the hotel needs are something you have to do, but the form is not yet ready, so it may not actually be clickable when the checklist gets launched, but at least you will see the basic check line and the date, the due date. Like I said, department head checklist is going out very soon. And speaking of other things that are being added to the department head checklist is logistics needs. We have been hobbling on for a long time now with basically just kind of bringing everything from the warehouse to Super MAGFest, whether we need it or not. And invariably something gets left behind that a department needed, or a bunch of stuff gets brought that didn't need to be brought. So slow down the logistics team more than it should have. So we are adding an item to the department head checklist for each department to declare what they want from the warehouse. And if you don't tell logistics what you need from the warehouse, they are not bringing it from the warehouse. Simple as that. So make sure you get that in. Like the hotel checklist, like the hotel setup form, the precise method of doing that has not yet been decided, but the deadline is not until late November. So the form and the method to do that will be finalized by then. Likely be something like you come, you label your boxes, you help palletize your boxes maybe, and you put a big old sticker on there that says this goes to MAGFest, Super MAGFest 2018. And if there's no sticker, it doesn't go. So yeah, the logistics team is working hard on that. Speaking of warehouse stuff, we are still searching for a full-time warehouse manager and logistics manager, as well as a full-time communications director. We have been doing phone applications, and there's been some very strong candidates coming in, so we're really excited about that. But in the meanwhile, there's still a shit ton of work to be done in the warehouse. So we brought Ian McCombs on as a temp employee to help out starting next Monday, the 16th, and covering until the end of January. So he'll be hanging around the warehouse full time for the next few months, making sure everybody gets what they need, helping develop the logistics plans, and also helping train our eventual full-time warehouse manager. Speaking of people that are finishing up at the end of January, Dominic Cerquetti will be going half-time starting November 16th. And then at the end of January, he will finish his time as the executive, finish his time as an employee. I guess technically speaking, November 16th or MagCon weekend, that time I will be officially voted in as executive director. That's the plan, unless either I run really fast or this whole thing has been a very elaborate punk. I can't be mad either way. Yeah, but Dom is going halftime November 16th, and then we'll bid farewell at the end of January. So let's all make sure to give him a proper send-off when that happens, because we would not, none of us would be here without the amount of work that he's put in. I've kind of blasted through this agenda here. Here's big news. Jenny Truss and Ben Severn got married the other weekend. Congratulations to them. It's so adorable. I'm happy for them. So yeah, send them congratulations. I actually blew through this agenda a lot quicker than I thought I would. Game of Richmond has a rival, and you can buy tickets for Game of Richmond at the bottom of magfest.org. We got the hotel stuff. Now, the hotel stuff may or may not be insanely complex. I've been knee-deep in it for 2 or 3 months now. So please feel free to ask if anything at all is unclear about that. If you have not heard about your room allocations from your div head, ask your div head, and if you don't know who your div head is, let me go ahead and paste the org chart so that you can reference that to look it up. Just give me a second. If Google Drive will go faster than a turtle. Bing. Bong, bing, bong. I will paste this link in the Slack, in the Fireside chat channel in Slack, and I will also post it in the YouTube channel for any staff that are watching on the YouTube channel and any general public attendees that also want to check that out. So let's see. So the layout's going out. Department head checklist will be going out with the next staff newsletter, which our wonderful staff services director Ashley Nicolette is finishing up. And I know people are waiting for that checklist. That's good. It has the shift creation due as October 25th, which is a little bit around the corner, which is short notice, which means we're really trying to get this out as fast as possible. Hopefully, importing last year's shifts should give a pretty decent head start. Make sure that when logistics has its proper procedures up and running, that you declare what you need, because you can't keep doing what we're doing, just throwing everything on the damn truck, because it's murder, I tell you. And the logistics people are out there in the snow and the ice, and there's probably fire there too as well, I'm willing to bet. Okay, so I went through that pretty quickly, but let me hop over to the question form to see if anybody has asked any questions. How the hell do I get to the spreadsheet in this thing? Oh, there it is. Okay. Cody Balthazar asks, how soon should we expect MagCon hotel deets? Also, should we expect to have to put a card down when we arrive? Some folks had to due to communication error with front desk and hotels department. Okay, so first off, MagCon, the staff summits to plan Super MagFest, is coming up November 17th through 19th. Let me check to make sure I just have those dates right. That's correct. November 17th through 19th. 17th is a Friday evening. There's not a whole lot going on Friday evening. It's mainly just hanging out. 18th is the bread and butter day. That's where we have most of the workshops going on. We're gonna try to play around with the format a little bit this year. I know that the main executive director presentation will probably be a little bit shorter, just to kind of roll over the main points of what's going on. I'll probably give my mental health presentation again, but we will also be bringing out some outside entities to help give some staff training that we've kind of lacked in the past on mental health, on incident reporting, on sexual harassment at the event. That's because we're getting more aware of this in the con/fest world, and so it's important that we all know how to identify these things and how to handle them properly, and know how to take care of our own, and just make sure that everyone is having a healthy, safe experience. So, Corey's question about the hotel rooms. There was a staff newsletter that was sent out a couple weeks ago that I believe either had an email or a form for you to request a hotel room at MagCon. I'm trying to think what email that would have been sent from. Actually, let me see if I can search my email for MagCon. Does that show up among the many? I'll see if I can look through it, because obviously MagCon shows up a lot in my email. But anyway, oh no, there it is. The email subject is MagCon info plus volunteer and job opportunities. It was sent from stops@magfest.org. And yeah, and there was a form in that email to apply for a room. All right, well, I mean, why don't I just drop the... I will drop this link in the Fireside Chat Slack channel. No offense to the people on YouTube, but I would not like trolls to be bombarding this form. MagCon is unfortunately on the same weekend as some other events, but it was what we could get. Hotel rooms are typically reserved for people coming out of town, 50, 100 miles or greater. We try as much as possible to not have rooms for locals, aside from some of the main organizers that are going to be there for all 3 days. So, Cody, let me know if that answers your question, and if not, just submit another one with more questions. Our guy Farad Mohammed from Clickhole, he asks, so when will we get the confirmation number to use for the room upgrade form? Shot in the dark, but I always try for it regardless. Okay, so magfest.org/bookhotel has instructions on how to put together a room block and also how to apply for a larger suite. Both of those are only available in the Gaylord. You can use your Experian. Experian will give you a confirmation number when you book your Gaylord room, and you can just use that Experian confirmation number when you're applying for your suite. Good question. And like before, just submit it again if I didn't answer anything. Dustin East asks, what is the purpose of a hotel deposit if you're not planning on charging it until right before the event? That's a wonderful question. We were originally planning on doing the hotel deposit when we were doing our old and busted method of just pasting a dozen hotel booking links for people to scrape through on their own to book their room. The only drawback that I've found with using this new service is that if we were to actively charge the card when you actually click that room, normally the company just stores the credit card information in a PCI compliant, secure way, and then passes it to the hotel closer to the event to charge it. If the service actually charged the card right there when you click the button, they would be liable for merchant services fees, credit card fees, and MagFest would have to foot the bill for that, which would be in the tens of thousands of dollars range, I believe, for covering those costs. So that is unfortunately not something that we were prepared to budget for. But at the very least, you will get, I believe for the Gaylord, you will get that charged in mid-December, I believe. And I also wanted to do the deposit right off the bat. But some things don't turn out exactly planned, but all things considered, with the real-time availability, the one room per person for the early birds and hold in your damn room while you're checking out. Reasonable, best possible trade-off, I'll say. I know I say too much. Y'all tell it to me every time. We actually got through this one really quick. Are there any requests for additional topics that we haven't covered? Let me look through the calendar, see what's happened over the past month or so. I thought I covered most of everything. Last Fireside chat was on September 14th. I have some notes about talking to the Yeti. We're trying to do. We'll see if it can happen. Some form of Donut King merchandise for the crazy person tier. If you purchase the Superstar tier as part of your Super MAGFest ticket package, you also get a special invite to. You will be receiving a special invite to purchase something that you should only purchase if you are crazy and or rich. Actually, even if you're rich, you're probably still crazy for buying this because we charge far too much than we should for it. So it is most assuredly largely a donation to us, which is tax deductible, as it turns out. The BOD meetings have started going again. There was a big hiatus over the summer, just because there's so much goddamn shit going on between promo events and MAGWest and Mag Labs. And so those have been going for the past couple weeks as the BOD has been crunching through their backlog of both operational and sensitive things to talk about. And the lovely and the talented acting secretary Bunny Smith has been recording those notes, and she is trying to get those released. So don't hate on her for it. It's just she's got a lot of stuff to organize, but she's getting those out. Also, speaking of BOD, Adam Chase, your elected BOD representative, put out a form in general the other day to ask how he's doing. If we figure, if he was elected by the people, he's accountable to them. So please fill out that form or contact him directly to give your feedback. That is. There's a cat cafe opening near the MAGFest office on 36th Street in Baltimore. Well, we're on 36th Street. The cat cafe is on the other, about a mile down from us. So if you would like to visit the office sometime, which everybody is, by the way, just I guess email office@magfest.org or just ping us on office in Slack. And we're there basically Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. really. Someone's in there. Check first, but anyone is welcome to come into the office to come hang out. And the people are requesting that I talk about Ivan, the unofficial Mag Cat, as opposed to Sunny, who is the official Mag Cat. Sunny is over there staring at. She heard something over there about 3 days ago, and she has not stopped staring at it since. Now she's staring at me. Anyway, Ivan's an alley cat that lives behind the MAGFest office, and he has just been hanging out for the past 4 months. The owners don't really. Well, they have a baby, they have a dog. Ivan's scared of the baby and the dog. So he kind of belongs to Hamden now, the neighborhood. But he sleeps in a box on Rob's desk. The box is labeled Ivan's box, so he sleeps in it. There's also a box downstairs labeled Ivan's downstairs box, which he sleeps in when he's downstairs. I think I'm done talking about the cat on stream. We can talk about it more on the Google Meet. just kind of browse through the. Oh, HVAC is happening in the warehouse. We're getting 15 tons of air conditioning / heat pumps. Realize we missed the summer, but at the very least we're gonna have extra heat and air circulation for the winter. Great job to Blue Hat Dave and Anderson for going through that absolute nightmare of a marathon of a dozen plus HVAC contractors just not calling back. What? Why? I don't know. They just don't. Let me see if there's anything else in Slack. Jessica McCormick is asking how's Sunny, and the answer is very nice. Very nice. I wonder if I can. No, I don't think this damn cord's long enough to actually get around the. No, you can't. You can't see her. You can't see her poking out of there. Okay, I think I'm going to call it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make the Google Meet, start a new meeting, and I will drop that Meet link into the YouTube chat and the Slack chat. Let me just do one more check back at the questions to see if. Deist asked if MagCon info will be useful to those not currently staffing Super. I feel so because first off, the mental health presentations are I feel very important. Just really stressing how much you should not kill yourself in the duty of in the line of duty for MagFests, even if you feel like if you don't do it, that you'll be letting everyone down, because that's not true. And also we'll be pulling in these training for like incident reporting and handling sexual harassment and kind of mental health first aid and that kind of thing. That's something that's really applicable to all events, not just Super Mag. So yeah, I think it'd be valuable for everyone to come, and attendees as well if they just want to come hang out at MagCon. Okay, so I'm going to paste the link in the YouTube and in Slack. This is Nick Marinelli, Nick the newbie, signing off. I'll see y'all in a month.